Achoo, achoo, yoo-hoo! I hate the plants and I hate the trees. I hate the flowers, I hate the candy. Hey, hey, I got. Hey, hey, I got. Hey, 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 fever, hey, fever, I got. Hey, 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 I got. Hey, hey, I got. Hey, 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 fever, hey, fever, hey. All in everywhere, till I forget. See the music, no secret, my eyes on the up here. Hey, hey, I got. Hey, hey, I got. Hey, 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 fever, hey, fever, I got. Hey, 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 I got. Hey, hey, I got. Hey, 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 fever, hey, fever. I need drugs 'cause I can't go. I belong to a better music, not to the one I got. Hey, hey, I got. Hey, hey, I got. Hey, 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 fever, hey, fever, I got. Hey, 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 I got. Hey, 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 I got. Hey, 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 fever, hey, fever. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now, Meowser, I'm gonna have to sit there. I know you don't want me to sit there, do you? You don't want me to sit there. You don't care. She doesn't care about the stream. She doesn't care about where I have to sit. Anyway, let me just try to sit here with you, Meowser. Just on the yeah. Let me just try to do this for a minute. All right, everybody, hold on a second. Let me make sure everything's working. So that intro music we heard was by our friend in the VC community. I'm not going to tell you which friend it is, but I did get this as a prize from Punk Points, the show. And it's great. I love this record. Thrashy punk rock by non-musicians. I really dig it. And that was just a track that you heard there called Hey, Hey, Hey. Now, first two Hay's are spelled with an E. Second Hey is spelled with an A. I think it's about having hay fever. So while I'm waiting for my seat to become available, I'm going to pour some wine. So give me a second here. And then I'll catch up with the chat and stuff. I just got lots to tell you and show you. Oh, little girl, you're making it difficult. I really need to sit there. Miss Meowser is so comfortable right now. I don't want to make her move. Okay, so let me see if I could catch up on the chat. Now, let me ask you too. Did the music sound okay there? Let me turn my YouTube volume off. Okay, it's already off. Great. Let's see. I'm going to catch up with the things here. Hold on one second. Eddie, you were first today, my friend. You were first, and you deserve a round of applause. All right. And Peter Graves, you were real close second. I mean, you were about 6 seconds after Eddie. So that's commendable. Commendable. And Bagman 44, you were only 10 seconds after Peter. Let's give him a round of applause. And you know what? Tecker time, 1 second after Bagman. You guys are all just coming in there within seconds of each other. And I think that deserves, I think you're all going to go to heaven, basically. Electronic Sausage is talking about poop. And I think he deserves a round of applause. So there we go. What else we got? Hop Frog. What's up? What's up, Hop? Good to see you, man. My friend with the guitar is still AWOL, but I have hope. I have hope that I will hear from him very soon. Hey, Mutant Potato, nice, beautiful mutant poster in the back. Yeah, that back there of Mark's face, that is Mark Mothersbaugh as a little boy. And that is actually a little rug. It's a little square piece of rug with that beautiful mutant's image self-portrait Mark Mothersbaugh woven into it. Peter Grace is drinking 50-50 rosé. Cheers, Peter. All right, let me scroll down and catch up. Jamie, number one. What's up, Jamie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Slambo. What is up, Slambo, and your car of idiots? A car full of them. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen Slambo driving around the streets, but his car is full of idiots. It's crazy. I mean, it's not a very big car, but it's got a lot of idiots in it. That's what I like about that guy. Tim Nolan is here, my longtime buddy, Tim. There he is. Let's see. Okay, everybody's saying hi to everybody. That's very cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. 2 cats and a new view. Yeah, you know, today I made the extra effort to basically move my office downstairs so that you guys had a different view, because I had been using the same live stream setup upstairs for a while. And I just figured it was worth switching around. So we did. And Hop Frog says, oh no, someone turned him into a cat. Well, I've always been a cat at heart. Look at this little girl. She does not want to leave her spot. We'll try to work it out so that she can sit there and I can sit here. Let's see. Did Michael Pilmer, Gene Simmons, a Boogie Boy mask back there? Oh, let me tell you who did that. That is a gift from my friend Sick Rick, who did the Boogie Boy masks. It's right down here. It's hard to see because Meowser's chair is in the way, but anyway. But it's a Boogie Boy mask that is decorated as our Lord and Savior Gene Simmons, and it's quite cool. Yeah, Sick Rick Masks did that one. Oh yeah. It looks much better, huh? As a cat. Let's see. Nice cassette wall. Oh yeah, AZ Mick. That is that's a hallway going upstairs. So that wall that you see right there is covered with cassettes, and then it also goes that way, and it's covered with cassettes that way. And I'm getting close to the point where I'm going to have to add another rack or 2 up there. But you know what? That's what we do. That is our mode of home decor, is physical musical media. All hail the Hypno Cat. Now don't even joke about that, Slambo. Let me just leave that up there, because I tell you, and you can ask my friends, if you look this thing right here in the eye, directly in the eye, for, you know, a few seconds at least, and this thing has you locked, your soul goes right out of your eye sockets, and this thing eats it. She eats souls. That's why she's kind of pudgy. She eats a lot of souls. But that's why I love her. Cats are gods. Hey, Kit Watson. He's making a lot of noise in here. Whoa. He's making a lot of noise. Hey, Shazza. I've got something from my friend Shazza to share with you guys tonight. It's going to be very exciting. And she was so kind in sending it to me. Now, Shazza's somebody I've known for years, and she's from Texas, and we have met up at many a rock and roll event over the years, mostly Devo related, of course. Eddie is here, and I think he's calling me Mr. Boozerson. Mr. Boozerson? Yeah, that's okay. I'm only Mr. Boozerson when I have to be around humans. Okay, now, I'm trying to catch up, everybody. It's crazy. Okay, hold on a second. Toy fan, I've never seen you here. They're almost here. Yeah, Toy fan. I just did an unboxing of those things, the samples that Devo got. Lots of Funkos came to my house. Okay, now I got to scroll up and catch up here. Dr. October's here. David Miller asks when the Funkos are coming out. They're out. They're shipping. Some people have gotten them. Some people haven't yet. Ryan Kidd, what is up? Going to send my lunch break watching this. Oh, hey, Ryan, you know, I had your address at one time when I sent you that Jesus Simmons card, but I lost it. And I'm keeping a little list of my best buddies in the VC community. I'm keeping a list of their addresses. If you could email that to me one more time, I just want to make the list full. I've got almost everybody I need. I think I need Vinyl Richie and maybe a couple others. But But yeah, so Ryan Kidd, thank you for being here. Dr. October, of course. Thank you for being here, my friend. I know it's very late for you, but I've got some really great stuff to show you. So hang out for a second. Okay, in some lesser homes, the cat would have been catching some air by now. Not at the Pilmer home. So, oh yeah, no, the cat doesn't catch air unless it catches air itself. I do not throw the cat. Okay, music sounded good. Okay, great. I'm just making sure because I had the mic turned a certain way to get the best sound because the speakers are up here in the corner of the this room here. So cool. I'm glad it sounded good. It really is a good CD. Again, this is what opened the show, Colonial Vipers. I'll probably end the show with this too. It's great. I really, really like it. This is, a prize I won from playing Punk Points, the show. Now go over to Punk Points, the show, and play. Now, here's what I would recommend that you do. You go over to Punk Points, and you'll see what the guy, Punk Points, looks like. And you can call him Some Guy because he calls himself Some Guy. And you can go over there and just look at what he does and then just kind of do your own Punk Points video. Maybe assume some kind of character, some kind of mask, kind of like Punk Points does, and then just tell punk stories, show punk music, whatever you need to do. You'll probably end up winning Punk Points. Me and a few friends did it, and it all worked. It worked great for us. You snooze, you booze. I can't snooze and booze at the same time. Sometimes boozing leads to snoozing, but I can't do it at the same time. Hey, Ryan, a kid, thanks again for being here on your lunch break. I appreciate you. But yeah, do email me your address so I have it on file. Okay, so everybody's here. Ryan, Dr. October, Ryan Anderson, Doctor and the Kid. Yeah, I keep missing the Doctor and the Kid streams because, man, by that time in the weekend, I'm typically not in front of a computer, but I'm really going to try to make it sometime. Let's see. God, everybody's talking so quick. Dead Wax, Randy, what's up? No, I didn't rearrange anything. This is just a different room. I'm downstairs right now. Usually I stream from upstairs. And but I guess in the last 6 months or so, I've rearranged some stuff on the wall over here. Hey, Cricket, what's up? But yeah, so Dead Wax in the house. We love Dead Wax. He's a great guy. Hey, Dead Wax, what we spoke about the other day on one of those streams, I'm going to plan to go to Sorry State as soon as the weather cools down a little bit. I think we're going to go through a few days of 90s, upper 80s and 90s. When it goes through another little 70s, 80s period, I'm going to try to do the record store shopping thing. Maybe before. I'm thinking maybe in a week or so. So I will take all of you to my favorite heavy metal punk rock store, Sorry State Records, here in Raleigh sometime soon. And hey, Wax Ecstatics here. Tuco, what is happening? I hope moving is going swell. I hope you're going to find a place soon if you haven't already. I can't wait to see your new setup. And actually, Waxy, Tuco, I need your mailing address too. I tried to save the envelope that you sent the pins in, but I misplaced it. So I need you to email me your address. I'm just putting together a list of everybody's address. And how do I send funds on here? Oh, you know what, Randy, just email me, and it'll be better through there because, what happens with the super chats here is YouTube takes like 30% of it or something. So if you want to hook up with me in the email world, I'll tell you exactly how to do it so that YouTube does not get a chunk of it. Now, look, let's get into this right here because our friend Chris, Beat It Creep, formerly known as Grease Paint Monkey Brains, he mentions the Strutter shirt I have on. Oh, man. Meowser, my ass is hurting sitting on the arm of this chair. Strutter, okay? This is Strutter. Now, Strutter is the world's premier Kiss experience. Now, that means, basically, that in 1988, when Kiss was going through their non-makeup phase, there was a certain portion of society, like me, who still wanted to see Kiss in makeup and experience that whole thing. So this band Strutter got together. They were so good. I saw them back in the late 80s, early 90s. Looked like Kiss, sounded like Kiss, had the stage show, a pared down stage show for smaller clubs. But It was fantastic. I still have the flyer for when I saw them back in late 80s, early 90s in Charlotte, North Carolina. So in any case, there's a friend of mine named James who has a big party at his house. He lives kind of out in the boondocks. He has a very large piece of property, a big field. He has multiple buildings. He likes to work on cars and he does all these things. So he has multiple buildings and sheds and barns and then this big field. And he has a stage and he has live concerts there for free. It's donations only. He'll have food trucks out there. Anyway, it's great. Last weekend, he had Strutter, who just happened to be on tour. He had Strutter play. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, is that the same Strutter I saw years ago? Well, yeah, one member in the band, the guy that plays Gene Simmons, his name's Bill, he's still in the band. So I was like, gotta go. Me and Ann and lots of people that I know, Dennis is up in here sometimes. We went to this thing and it was fantastic. And I uploaded 8 videos from the show. And oh my God, I had such a good time. They did such a fantastic job. So if you're a fan of Kiss or rock and roll in general, check out the Strutter footage I posted sometime soon. It was really great to be at a live show again and to be able to post some new concert footage because it's been a while since I've done that. So yeah, that was fantastic. And thanks for watching Beat It Creep. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to find there we go. Okay, so Lee Victor's here. Hey, Yins. Cheers to you, Lee. Thanks for coming. You can see a cat has stolen my chair. So I am waiting for the cat to want to move. It's really unusual that the cats are hanging around me right now because typically when I start the stream, they vamoose. They go away. But man, they're right up in the junk tonight. Hey, doctor, looks like Michael will not be sitting on that chair for a while. I know. She looks pretty comfortable. Look at her. I can't move the cat because the cat has more of a right to be there than I do because the cat is a god. Now look, Christians, let me ask you, if Jesus was sitting in your chair, would you go ask him to move? No, you'd let him sit there. Hence why the cat is sitting here. I can't move the God. The God tells me what to do. Cricket, what do you think about that decision? She's like, I don't care. I didn't get the chair. Look, she wants the chair too. She's circling around waiting for Meowser to leave the chair. It's a crazy world over here, guys. You don't even know what I deal with. Yeah, so Lee, thanks for being here. Okay, so I'm scrolling through. Hey, Chick's here. Chick. Hello, Chick. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I've got great stuff to show and tell you guys. Just let me get through the initial. Oh, yeah. Yeah. With Wayne, with Paul Stanley, he had the Paul Stanley gab between the songs, and it was great. It was fantastic. No, I've never seen Mini Kiss Hop Frog. I have not seen them, but I've heard great things about Mini Kiss. Now, let's see how far I have to go to, God, how far behind am I? How many times does Paul need to ask, are you ready? As many times as it takes, basically. You know the drill for rock and roll. UFO Bigfoot, what's up? Hey. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, come on in here and join up with the weirdos and the nerds up in here. I listen to Police Cops on my way to work. Wanted to turn around and drink. I listened to Police Cops. Oh, you mean like a scanner thing? Like a police scanner? I used to have one of those. I used to have a police scanner that I had modified to pick up people's not cell phone back then. They were just mobile phones. I guess they were cell phones. Whatever. They were early cell phones. And I was able to pick all that stuff up and record it. It was great. All right. So, Tristan's here. Hello, Tristan Bird. What's up? Nice to see you. As usual. Chick says, I saw Kiss New Haven, Judas Priest open 79 or 80. Man, that must have been good. Dynasty tour. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that. Thank you, Waxy. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just making a list and checking it twice, and I'm going to find out who's nerdy or nice. Sometimes those things go quite well together, nerdy and nice. So what's up, Rick? My Bojangles buddy Rick is here in the house. Rick, nice to see you, my man. I usually see Rick really early in the morning, probably about 5:30, 6:30 in the morning, somewhere around there. I'll go over to this Bojangles fast food chicken and biscuits place just about every morning. And on weekdays, Rick works there, and he always hooks me up. He's a cool guy. Rick is currently using his girlfriend's account, so that's why his name is Serena here, but his name is Rick. And Rick, we love you, and we're glad you're here. And look at this. My cat stole my seat right before the stream started, and I'm not sitting in it because she's there. You know how it goes? Like, cat gets the first dibs on the seat. All right, Rick, thank you, brother. Hang around. I got some stuff to show people. It's going to be great. Okay, so let's see. Oh, God, everybody's just saying hi to everybody. Okay. Mini Kiss doesn't actually play. Oh, okay. Maybe they just lip sync to it. Okay, well, that's not so cool. It's a funny idea, I guess. But I think after the first song or two, I'd be like, okay, joke is old now. Hey, Joanne. Cheers, Joanne. Nice to see you. I like when Joanne shows up. Hey, Jamie number 2. What's up, Jamie number 2? Good to see you guys in here. The Police Cops. Is that a band? The Police Cops? Wait, Vinyl Rundown. Hey, you can be naughty and nerdy at the same time. Believe me. A lot of them are, including myself. Nice to see you, Vinyl Rundown. Nice to see you. Okay, what? God, let me. I had a fully tunable scanner before they were outlawed. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, during the time they were outlawed, I had mine illegally modified, but it was way easier to do back in the late 80s, early 90s. Let's see. Oh, Jamie Spencer, Tim Nolan, thanks for the acknowledgement. Honestly, I've never felt community on the web until this. We love you, Jamie number 2. All right, so here we go. I'm going to, for one thing, I have to go. Let me go grab this thing really quick. Hold on. Let Meowser entertain you. Okay. All right, now I'm going to show you some things. Now the first thing I want to talk about real quick is if you were on my stream last Thursday, you may have seen me do something really stupid. So what happened was I have this cool little thing right here. It's my Kiss Firehouse lantern here. See that? It's my little Kiss Firehouse lantern. And this was a gift from my good friend Wayne, who is in the chat. He uses a different name in here, something I can't remember. But he gave me this great light a few months ago, and I've been using it on my live streams. And, it's basically when somebody sends a super chat, I get Charlie to do his little light up toilet dance, and I turn this thing on, and we have a little celebration and a little thank you for the people who send donations, right? So I was in the process of drinking wine like this. And I was in the process of celebrating somebody's generous donation, and I knocked the fucker off the damn table. Broke it. Broke this part, cracked it, knocked a piece out of it, broke the internal magnet that's inside the engine so that it still turned on, but it wouldn't spin, and it made a really horrible noise, like, which, I mean, I love horrible noises, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't well. So the generous and wise and very smart and technically able Wayne said, look, let me come pick it up. I'll try to fix it. And you know what he did? He fixed it. And not only did he fix it, look at this. He got me 2 replacement caps. I got a blue light special and a red light special now. Replacement parts and also an extra bulb. So I am hooked up. And guess what, kids? From now on, this thing is gaff taped to the table. It's not going to fall off again. So Wayne, thank you for saving me from that terrible error I made last week. You just swooped in and fixed it before the following Thursday, and I just can't thank you enough. I can probably thank you enough, but I will one day. I will actually thank you enough. Oh my God, Kit Watson, you saw Kiss with Cheap Trick in '76. Oh my God, Cow Palace. I have a recording of Kiss at Cow Palace in 1978. That's one of the best. It might be nowadays my favorite Kiss recording to listen to. It's like a board recording, and it's raw, man. The guitars are really raw and up front, and the drums are like paka, 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 paka. It sounds a lot more punk rock really than or garage rock, I guess, than Kiss typically does. So it's a great bootleg. Wax says, UFO, I feel like I should know your name, but I don't. I'm sorry, I'm a horrible person. Well, Waxy, here's the thing with people's names on YouTube. I'm really bad with remembering people's real names unless I have a relationship with you in real life. When I look at the YouTube, all I can remember is people's fake names for the most part. I mean, I know Dead Wax is Randy. I know Wax is Tuco, and Dr. October's Mika. And I know this stuff, but a lot of times it just slips my mind with some people, and I only know your stage name, basically. So, okay, trying to click through everybody here. I said this before, but remember when Jerry Casale was on Radioactive Chicken Heads? Yes, I do remember that. Radioactive Chicken Heads is kind of like a living cartoon rock band, right? They got a carrot guy. I've never seen them in concert, but yeah. Hey, Lee Victor. Now I knew that you would bring up that floppy fish toy, and no, I will not break it. I'm going to bring it to Devotional, and you're going to get to see the floppy fish toy in person, and maybe we'll flop a fish with it. Maybe. You never know. Let's see. Okay, so oh my God, I have some stuff to tell you, but first, Jamie number 2. If they have to rock and roll every night and party every day, they need to know if they're so-called ready. I mean, 2 times they have to be ready. Yeah, well, Jamie, you probably know, the real Kiss does not party very much. At least that is the legend. They are not partiers. All right, so you know what I can do is maybe I can just open some stuff right now, right? I'll open some packages. But wait a second. What did I mention? Okay, I mentioned the Strutter tee. Done. So yeah, James Stock is the name of this event. James Stock, like Woodstock, except James in front. And it's great. And if any of you guys ever come visit me in North Carolina while James Stock is happening, we're going and we're having a rocking a good time. So I also want to mention on my YouTube channel, I changed the header graphic. I updated it a little bit. I think it works better on all platforms now. And, feel free to give me your feedback on it. I did put Super Chat Charlie in the image because the other guy I had in the image, where is he? I thought he was over there. The crochet clown, he's going to kind of step out of the public eye for a while. He's having a substance abuse problem, the crochet clown. So we're going to let him chill out, be off cam for a while. Super Chat Charlie will take up the slack for the crochet clown, but we'll see the crochet clown back again. And I'm sure that that will be, whoa, wait a second. Jamie number 1. Here we go with the very, very kind tip that you've just given me. We'll first start with a little light up toilet action. Whoa. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And you can even do it silently. Oh, the light up toilet. You never seen anything like that in your life. And then as the light up toilet's doing its thing, what do we got? We got the firehouse. We're going to get it so hot in here, we're going to have to call out. I said, we're going to have to call out the firehouse. And you know what? Firehouse is the song that Gene Simmons spits fire to. And that video is on my YouTube channel of Strutter doing that. And it was amazing. So Jamie, number 1, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for that very kind and the very kind and generous tip that you gave us. That was very sweet of you. Very sweet person, that Jamie. Let's see. So here we go. Let's get into something. I mentioned the header. I mentioned the Strutter tee. I played the Colonial Vipers thing. Oh, funny thing happened at the Strutter show. I got to tell you really quick. So a lot of you people have seen that I sometimes when people super chat, I offer, anytime somebody super chats and they want one of these, just let me know. I'll send you one. But there are these little Jesus cards that my friend Sophia sent me. And then I just drew Gene Simmons' eyes and blood on them. And I just call them Jesus Simmons cards. So I took a few of these to the Strutter show, just in case I met somebody who might appreciate it, right? So early on in the afternoon, still daylight, everybody's drinking. We just get there, everybody's parked their car. Oh my goodness, I get to sit down. Oh yeah. So everybody's parking their cars, and the opening bands are playing. It's still hot outside. It's sunny. It's 100 degrees, and two guys are hanging out over where my friend and I's car are parked, and I'm going to the car to get something out of my purse or whatever the hell I'm doing. And I'm seeing these guys, and they're partying over by their car. They're doing something, drinking or smoking or whatever they're doing. And one of the guys has this pretty neat T-shirt on. It's like a polyester or nylon blend with a huge picture of Gene Simmons' face that just covers the sleeves and the whole front and the whole back. And it's like Gene opening his mouth and there's blood coming out. It's a very close-up, really great looking shirt. And so I just start talking about being Kiss fans and Kiss Army and when's the first time he saw them and blah, blah, blah. And I can tell he's a little inebriated, but he's talking to me. And then he says something like, I can't remember what he says, but I was like, oh, okay, so I think maybe you're a big enough Kiss fan. You might appreciate this. And I whip out one of these cards and I'm like, and look, I'm not trying to offend you or anything. I just think you'll get a kick out of this. And he looks at it. He was like, he looked at it and it looked like his whole world just stopped. And he was like, well, I don't really know what to think about this. He was like, I always say faith, family, and Kiss in that order. And I was like, oh no, I've done it now. So then I was like, well, look, I didn't mean to offend you. If you're a Christian and all that stuff, you can just give it back to me. He was like, no. I think I want to keep this. And he put it like in the trunk of his car. I think they had the trunk of his car open. So he put it in the trunk of his car. But then he really got kind of pissed at me. And he started like saying how Jesus was above everything and that, Kiss was down on the list. I was like, wait. That's your religion. My religion, Kiss, is up here. It's just a different opinion of where it goes on the list, but we still both have Kiss on the list, right? So I'm just trying to be friends. But he got all pissy. I think he had a little bit too much to drink. And I walked away saying, look, dude, I tried to be your friend. But he still kept that damn Gene Simmons card, Jesus Simmons card. He kept it. Even though his God was going to be mad at him, he kept it. So what does that say? I don't know what that says about somebody, but that's a story I wanted to tell you. Okay, so let's open the first package. And I know this is not mystery mail. I know what's in here, but it's really cool. And it is from, tell me if you can guess who it's from just by seeing that. Anybody know who that is? Who's Clayton? Anybody know who Clayton is? Can somebody tell me in the chat? I'll give you like 10 seconds or something to somebody give me a guess who Clayton is. I know UFO Bigfoot's going to know. UFO Bigfoot's going to know who this is. Right? So I'm waiting for the chat to catch up with me here. Wow, there's so many people joining here. I haven't said hi to everybody. I'm really sorry. I'm just trying to stay focused on my story here. Okay, so stories, plural. I got a lot of stuff to tell you and show you. So UFO Bigfoot, are you still here? Can you guess who this is from? I know that somebody in here can guess. If I show them the word Clayton, they will know who this package is from. UFO Bigfoot, did you split? All right, maybe he's not here. So I will just go ahead and maybe open this thing. No, yes, no, yes, no. Show it again. Oh, show it again. Damn it. I go back and forth between the YouTube screen and the StreamYard screen, and there's like a 6-second delay, so I never know what the hell I'm looking at. Okay, so there it is. It says Clayton on it. Who is Clayton? Anybody? UFO Bigfoot? Do you know UFO Bigfoot? I think he split. All right, so Clayton Bigsby, says Ryan Anderson. That's great. All right. Well, all right. So UFO didn't guess. Ryan, that was wrong, but very close. And I appreciate the guess. This is from somebody named Jeff Clayton. Now, does anybody know who Jeff Clayton is? Anybody? Anybody in the chat know who Jeff Clayton is? Clayton is cardinal sin. No, Clayton is not cardinal sin, but a fine guess on Joanne's part. Okay, so I'll just show you who Jeff Clayton is, since nobody can guess, okay? Hey, Tristan, thanks for saying hi to my cat. I see that. in the. Okay, so this is what Jeff Clayton looks like. You ready? Speaking of Jesus, oh yeah, look at this. Jeff Clayton, singer of North Carolina's own anti-scene, hillbilly punk rock from my friends, and I have followed these guys since 1983. I've been a huge fan, and these shirts just got reprinted. I think the last time they printed this design was in the, I don't know, late 80s or early 90s, and they just did a reissue of it, and I love it, and I'll wear it. And Jeff Clayton, thank you for sending me this. It's my little bonus for doing work on their website. I've been running their website for years, and I love it. So yeah, Jeff Clayton with a cross and a gun and a crown of thorns. You can't really go wrong there. You can't really go wrong. I can't wait to wear that to a rock show. So thank you, Jeff Clayton. I love anti-scene. Now, hey, Christy, what's up? Christy GS, I'm seeing her in here. Sophia's mom. Now, I don't know if I've seen Sophia. Is Sophia up in here yet? She probably is. I just didn't catch it. Or maybe I did and I can't remember. Who knows? Oh, I do love myself some anti-scene Tecker time. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, hey, you know what, Sophia? I was just asking if you were here. That's great. Hey, nice to see you. We just showed an anti-scene T-shirt. I don't know if you saw that. It was the great, the infamous Jeff Clayton as Jesus on the shirt. Shall I show it again? I'll show it for Sophia. Ooh, here. Sophia, look, here's my buddy Jeff Clayton. He sent me this shirt. It's the band Anti-Scene, redneck punk rock from North Carolina. They taught me how to play guitar when I was 14. I'm not a good guitarist. I'm not saying I'm a good guitarist. They just taught me one chord. That's all I needed to start a band. So yeah, Christy, Sophia, we got the whole family in here. I think we got your whole family in here, Sophia. I think your dad's in here too. All right, so what's next? Now, I want to open another package. It's a big one. Okay. But first, I got to tell you about something. I sold something on eBay about 7 minutes before I went live. It was kind of surprising. I didn't get a lot of money for this, but the fact that I got anything for these things is a miracle. I got these records for $1 each somewhere, thrift store or something. And they were in such good condition. And they were imports, meaning that they weren't made in the USA. So I thought, you know what? Somebody's going to want these because they're in great shape. They're imports. They're really cheap. So I knew I can sell them for something. But I was surprised that they actually sold. And Tim, Nolan, you'll be surprised too. Now, I got $16 for both of these, and that included shipping. But look, Donny Osmond records, German imports, in beautiful shape, you know, beautiful condition. Vinyl end covers are in beautiful condition. But Donny Osmond is really not a huge seller. It's not often, it's not ever that I look for Donny Osmond to resell, but I found both of these for $1 each, and they were in such good shape. I thought, you know what? These came from somebody's loving Donny Osmond collection, and I'm going to make sure they go to somebody else's Donny Osmond collection because they just look great, you know. He's a good-looking kid. You got to admit it. So yeah, $16 including shipping, sold. They're going to a new home. So that was something. Now wait. Now, before we get to this package, and here it is. Look at this. Oh, look. Okay. There's the package. Okay. It's big. It's big, and it's going to be open soon. But before we do that, you know I love to do this every week. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask everybody to type in some brief thing in the chat, something that happened to you, something positive that has happened to you since last Thursday, somehow, some way you progressed in your life. But please just put the word positive first with a semicolon or a dash or whatever, but just put positive and then just put what positive happened to you so that I know what you're referring to in the chat. And I just like to do that. I like for you to take a look back on your week every week and just think about what positive thing has happened, how you moved forward in your life, what your proud of. That just within the last week. That's all I'm asking. And so I like to do that. I like to focus on the positive. There's so much negative going on, and there's so much stuff that you don't want to talk about. I want to talk about what happened to you that was good. Now, I will tell you while I'm waiting for your response, a thing that happened to me. I can't be very descriptive, but I can tell you, I got a couple of cool Devo things in the mail. I may have told you this last week, but a prototype of a new Devo thing that is basically approved and ready to go. And then I got another box, huge box of stuff just today that I'm going to make a video for. I'll post it next week. More interesting Devo stuff. Really interesting that I haven't mentioned before. It was kind of something I wasn't expecting. So yes, I got that coming for you soon. So here we go. Positive, says Kit Watson, sold a buttload of CDs. That's great. Now, Kit, I bought one of those CDs from you, and I love it to death. That new music CD from A to B. Oh, man, that's so good. I have 2 of their other CDs, and that is just a great addition to my collection. I kind of almost wish I would have bought a couple of more things from you, but I had most of the cool stuff you had, thank God, because I would have spent a lot of money with you. But it's good to know that you sold. Okay, so Tecker Time says he went to the Angels game yesterday, saw Otani. I don't know what Otani is. Otani sounds like the nickname. Sounds like a puppet. It sounds like a puppet name. The puppet named Otani. But yeah, that's great. You saw your sports game. Now, Bagman, positive. I discovered record label Boiled Records. I've never heard of Boiled Records, I don't think. I've heard of Boiled Angel, but that was a comic book. I haven't heard of Boiled Records. That's interesting. Is it punk stuff? Garage? What is that? Bagman. Now, Tim is saying hi to Joanne. And David Miller, what positive happened to you? Let's see. I got the new Moby CD. Oh, I didn't know Moby had a new CD. What kind of style of music is he doing these days, I wonder? Moby did a Devo cover once. Yes, he did. Google it. Jamie number 1 says, jogged over 8 miles earlier this week. That's great. Just in one day or throughout the week? I usually take about a 2 or 3 mile walk in the morning, every morning. And that's how I do. Ryan Kidd, the doctor can fix that. What's wrong with Ryan? I didn't catch that. Oh, what's wrong with Ryan? What's wrong? Oh, my test results. Oh, wait, you tested positive for punk points. Oh, my God. Now, it's not often that people go to the doctor for that, but you're such a punker that you went to the doctor just to make sure that you tested positive for punk points. And that should get you some YouTube punk points right off the bat, Ryan. Sometimes when you're itchy, you need to go have it checked, but it could be punk points, which is great. Joanne says positive, found Kid Picks 4 in my parents' office. I don't know what Kid Picks 4 is, but it sounds like it might be illegal. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Deadwax, positive. I finally changed my underwear after 2 weeks. Now, wait, why is that positive? It seems like you could have really gone a third week if you were if you were a man. If you were a real man, Randy, you could have really pushed it for a month, depending on what kind of underwear you wore. Now, boxers, maybe not, but you get some nice fitting underwear, some boxer briefs or something like that. You could wear those for a month. But I'm glad that you're feeling positive about your underwear change. I'm not sure the rest of us are. Positive, played some mini golf. Oh, Wayne. And also, Wayne, positive, you fixed my light for me. Thank goodness. Thank you for that. Kit Watson. Oh, yeah. Okay, I already got to your positive. Sold a buttload of stuff. Bagman discovered. Okay, now somehow I got screwed up in my side chat here. Oh, here we go. Sophia, positive, kicked my own behind. Have you ever tried that, people? Kicking yourself in the ass? Not easy. But Sophia did it. She kicked her own behind while she was running hills, like up and down, like crazy today, which was why I was late. Well, don't you feel great? Doesn't that kind of physical activity make you feel, it makes you feel a little tired, but it's a good kind of tired. It's like your body really appreciates that kind of workout, And the fact that you were running and kicking your own ass at the same time, I mean, it's amazing what you can do. I mean, we know, Sophia, what you're kind of famous for here in the chat for doing, and nobody's ever done that in the chat before until you did. And I think that was kind of a feat of strength. You know, I'm not even going to mention what you did, but you did it and it was beautiful and nobody had ever done it before. And I think nobody's ever kicked themselves in the ass while running. So you got a positive future ahead of you. Tecker Time, what are you selling? Kit is selling his great, mostly synth pop CD collection. It's probably mostly all gone now. Yeah, Ryan, you pay attention to the doctor. He's always got good advice. Okay. Oh, positive. Got a blue energy dome for cheap. Has a tacky white under rep. So, oh yeah, now that's bootleg there. That is a bootleg. And it's like they actually put a hole in the energy dome to put that tag on the, yeah, those are unofficial. That company screwed us. And they were taken to court, basically. So that's either leftover stock or maybe they're still doing the funny business. But yeah, you know what? If you let me know where you bought that, if it turns out to be the same people, we'll send the dogs on them. We'll send the dogs on them. But yeah, they should have never drilled a hole into the dome to put the tag. You know, it's like I would have never approved that, ever. Swap our places. I don't know what that. Oh, make a deal with God. Running up that hill. Oh, yeah, that's lyrics. I understand now. That's Kate Bush. What's this positive thing here? I was making a sandwich and I missed that. Oh, okay, Dr. October. What I ask everybody almost every week, if I can think about it, if I remember, is just tell me something positive that's happened to you since last Thursday, since the last time I streamed. Any kind of positive progression in your life, something that made you happy, some kind of goal you reached, something cool you got in the mail, whatever. And then I ask people to just start their comment with positive so I know what they're referring to, and then just tell me a little bit of what a positive thing. So maybe something positive happened to you, Mika, doctor, and you can tell us. I just like, getting people in that vibe of thinking, hey, what good happened? Because it's easy. It's so easy to think about, hey, what fucked up thing happened to me this week? I could think about 6 or 7 fucked up things that happened to me since last Thursday, but I'm going to focus on the positive. Now, Dr. Michael is a positive guy. He's trying to uplift us. Yes, I'm trying to uplift you, and I'm trying to keep it happy, and I'm trying to keep myself happy. And this wine helps, and you guys help a lot. And thank you for being here. Ryan, I appreciate you, man. You're working, and you're here giving me some support here, and I appreciate you, brother. Okay, now, David Miller. Oh, going to see the Sparks movie? You know what? I want to, but I kind of don't want to watch it alone. I kind of want to watch it with other people who are into the Sparks. So I'm waiting for the right time. And I don't have any kind of movie service online, nothing. I don't watch movies really. So, but I would like to see that with a gang of other people. Good job, Mika. Mika's always got a good job. He's always doing a good job there. Okay, so let's see. Nothing positive about standing in line at IKEA. Well, if you can afford to shop at IKEA, then that's positive. Think of it that way, low noise Jason Skills. You get yourself some good little record shelves there at IKEA. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Dr. October, positive. Made a sandwich and Punk Points prize arrived. I saw that video, Dr. October, the Punk Points prize, the random Steelers CD. I don't want to give the video away. You guys should just go watch. Punk Points, some guy, he's such a weirdo. He's so great. He's got such a great energy, and he sends people prizes, and they are interesting and cool. And there was a band in that prize pack that Dr. October had been looking to get into, and it just works out. Hey, JJ, what's up? Nice to see explosive hits here. Hey, JJ, let me ask you something. In my thrift store exploring, in fact, just yesterday, I was in a thrift store, and I found some K-Tel Records compilations that were in pretty great shape. And I was going to buy them for you, but then I thought, he's probably already got all these things. So if there's any K-Tel compilations that you're still looking for, my friend, feel free to email me. You can find my email on my About page on YouTube or Google my name, and it'll probably come up. But yeah, just let me know what you're looking for, JJ, because I find K-Tel stuff and, kind of the similar compilations all the time. So, so Shazza says positive, getting to hang out with Spuds virtually at Michael's house. That's very kind of you, Shazza. Shazza, I'm going to open that package you sent really soon. I just wanted to get through the first hour of the stream, okay? Now, here's somebody I haven't seen here before. Sick Brain Extreme Addict. If you can assemble a seat, you'll be all right. Is that referring to the seat that was stolen by my dear cat earlier that I couldn't sit in? I don't know, but I'm glad to see you here, Sick Brain. Any sick brain is welcome here in my little cove of friends. I think I can see the volume bar on your wine glass. What are you talking about? Volume bar. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking. Is that wine lingo or something? Reflecting. Volume bar. Huh. I don't know. Maybe you can. I don't even see my volume bar. Jeez. All right. So moving on here. Positive, Ryan Anderson. I got on the Doctor and the Kid live stream last week. Now that is a positive. Supporting our friends, Dr. October and Ryan Kidd on their weekend live stream, which I think happens every other weekend. It's kind of, it's kind of a loosey-goosey kind of thing at this point, but I don't think they've only done 2 or 3 of them at this point. So yeah, I'm trying to get over there and catch one, but dig it, man. I do a live stream Thursday. Then I go over to Jason Skills live stream most Friday nights. So for me to jump on a stream Saturday or Sunday, it's like, dude, those are my days that I go to flea markets and thrift a lot and do that kind of stuff. So it's really hard for me to get in front of the screen 3 days in a row, but I'm going to try it because I love you guys and I want to participate. Let's see. Okay. So Tim is telling you, JJ, that he's got hundreds of K-Tails and Roncos. So yeah, he's got tons of stuff to get rid of. For sure. Now, Lee, I highly suggest putting together furniture highly. So you just laugh when you screw up. So you're suggesting it while you're high and you're suggesting putting the furniture together while you're high. I can get into that. And maybe we should do that together, Lee. We should buy some furniture, put it together high, and then see what happens. See if we can actually enjoy the furniture for as it was designed to be enjoyed, or maybe we enjoy it for a completely different reason and just laugh at it. That would be cool with me. All right. So in 7 minutes, we're going to open this big box here. Before then, what did I want to show? Oh, I don't remember. Oh yeah. Show the Donny Osmond, the Wayne Light. Oh, okay. Devotional. Let me just mention this really quick. The Devotional is our little Devo fan gathering, an event that we've had in Ohio for most of the last 20 years, 21 years, I guess now, and started in the year 2000. And it's a gaggle of Devo devotees, beautiful mutants, spuds, whatever you want to call them, and we all gather in Ohio to share our love of Devo. And there's always at least 1 or 2 members of the band that show up. There's a bunch of cover bands. There's a bunch of, non-cover weirdo bands that show up. There's usually a 5K race involved that weekend, a Devo 5K race, which is popular with some of the kids. And so anyway, Devotional is set for November 5th, 6th this year. The 7th is going to be the 5K race. That hasn't been announced officially yet, but it will be. And we're going to be announcing our special guests very soon. And we're just trying to nail down the gift that goes out to the first 100 ticket purchasers. Every year, we have a special limited edition gift that goes out to the first 100 people that bought tickets. Now, if you bought tickets last year for the physical event that got canceled, you can still use those tickets to get into this year's event, but you won't get the prize twice. I mean, you got the prize last year for being the first 100 ticket buyer. Your tickets will just be honored this year to get in. But if you wanted to get the prize this year, you'd have to buy another ticket. So maybe you buy a ticket for a friend and then give him the ticket and then take the prize, whatever. So we're working on everything, and I'm sorry it's taking so long, but and Kit, I do have graphics for you. I just got Nick to say that he likes them and he's good with them. So I'm going to just put those together in a little package for you. And I just want to make sure that we have the guests and the bands all confirmed before I send you anything to make flyers with, because you just have all the information at one time. So it's all coming together. Dead Wax. Oh, Dead Wax. Michael, I mentioned earlier stream. Oh, yeah, I sent you a little something. If you want to talk about it on a video on your channel, that'd be really cool. I would love to see your reaction to it. I really would. I think you'll dig it. And don't tell anybody here what it is if you haven't already. Let it be a surprise. But I do think it would make a great little video for your channel to talk about it, and I would love to see your reaction. So that's great that you got it. Awesome. So yeah, devotional's coming up. We're going to announce the special guest. I'm really excited about one of the special guests in particular, and I'm really hoping the special gift works out. The special gift has been the real booger bear this year to get organized, but it's going to happen somehow, some way. We're going to make it happen. All right, so we got 4 minutes, and I'm going to open this package. All right. There's a cool story with the package. Let's do this. Who's drinking with me? Anybody? Oh, gee, many crickets. All right. Here we go. This is the package opening glass of wine. Now we have the glass of wine that's used for the intro, the first hour of the show. Then we have the glass of wine that's used for the second hour of the show. Sometimes we throw a third glass of wine in there. Now, Lee Victor, you have a White Claw. Now, some friends of my friend Ann from LA were visiting here a week or two ago, and they left a shitload of White Claw in my refrigerator. I've never tried one, but I guess I will. Do you think I should try one? And if so, what flavor? I've been told that I think blackberry is the best. Sophia, devotional, and finally devotional I'm going to attend where I won't look super awkward and dorky. Wait a second, Sophia. You're going to not fit in if you don't look super awkward and dorky. That's what we're all about. Look at me. Super awkward and dorky, right? Come on, join us. Don't walk in there all pretty. No, Sophia, you're going to look great. I can't wait to see what you come up with as far as a costume. I can't wait to be in a room with you guys again. And Sophia, I hope you show up to the little the decadent party we have in my hotel on the Thursday night before the devotional starts. You, your parents, bring your grandma, bring Aunt Lucy, whoever. Bring people to that party. And it's going to be a little more special this year than usual, and I'll get to that when the time comes. I will tell you more about that when we can. Now, in 4 minutes, I will leave and start watching the hockey game. Oh, Dr. October, that's sports shit. Okay, so let me just go ahead and open this thing up right now, okay? Dr. October, hang out for a second. Look at this. Okay, so, all right, we got this from my friend Shaza, who I said I've met over the years at different rock and roll events for many years, at least a decade, if not more. And she sent me this cool thing, this stuff that she has had for about 10 years. And she knew that it belonged in my archives. Okay, so here we go. Big box. Shaza, I so appreciate you sending me this. This is cool. Okay, so here we go, kids. Now, this is something that was manufactured 10 years ago, no, 11 years ago now. Okay, ready? Oh, wait. Looks like there's more stuff in here than I expected. Wait a second. There's all kinds of stuff in here. All right, so now first I want to show you what I'm talking about. And then I'll pull out the extra stuff that I didn't expect. Okay, now look at this. Look at this. Okay. Now, so these were signs, big plastic signs that were placed around Coachella. I think this was 2009, or I think this was 2009 or 2010. I can't remember the exact year. But yeah, these signs were placed around Coachella. They were made by Warner Brothers Records. And she grabbed a few of them and kept them all these years. And now I get them for the archives. Look at that. Live at Coachella on Saturday. It's so cool. And in such good shape. All right. Now, there's other stuff in here that I was not expecting. I only expected the signs. Okay, now check this out. Let's see what other goodies are in here. I need that. Oh, look at this. Now this is a piece of Devo yellow suit that was likely thrown off the stage at some point at some show. Awesome. And now, what else? Whoa, there's so much stuff in here. Look at this. A Bob Dobbs fan. Oh, it feels good. Bob Dobbs feels good when he's blowing you. Blowing on you. Sorry, blowing on you. Blowing on you. Bob Dobbs. Everybody knows who Bob Dobbs is, right? That's not. This isn't news to anybody, right? Church of the Subgenius. Everybody know. There we go, right there. Jr. Bob Dobbs, Church of the Subgenius. Very good stuff. I'm a big fan of Mr. Dobbs. All right, now. Oh, look, another piece of Devo yellow suit from a live concert. This is like holy totems here, everybody. Holy totems. My God, look at this. Look at this, guys. What looks to be a vintage Devo New Traditionalist V-neck shirt. Now, you all know how rare these things are, right? These things are, now this is, I don't think this is the one that, no, this is old school. This is 1981, circa 1981 Devo New Traditionalist V-neck tee. I can tell by the tag. Now, these were made again in 2009, 2010 by Warner Brothers Records, but this is an original. You can tell by this old, tattered 80s tag. This is amazing. Now, Shazza, I don't know what you're saying in the chat right now because I can't see it, but I'm telling you, you went above and beyond sending me this thing. This is amazing stuff, and it will go in the archives. And holy crap, there's more. Look at this. Look, everybody, look at this. Devo picture disc, 10-inch picture disc, Nutra, the astronaut, 1981 release. Holy crap. And I just expected those signs. Oh my goodness, look at this. Now, all right, Devo fans. All right. Now, some of you are going to say, why is he holding a Jermaine Jackson album? Why? It's not an album. No, wait, this is the album. This is the album, but the first song on here, I don't know if you can see it. It's right at the top there. Let Me Tickle Your Fancy. And if you can see the credits there, I'm not sure if it's focusing correctly, but it credits Pud and Spud Devo, which is Mark and Jerry of Devo. They worked with Jermaine Jackson on a song called Let Me Tickle Your Fancy, and it's awesome. And thank you for this. I don't even know if I own the album version of this. I think I only own the 12-inch, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but this is a great shape. It's a great song, too. Let Me Tickle Your Fancy, Jermaine Jackson. Check it out. Actually, there's a YouTube video on my channel that has Jermaine Jackson talking about working with Devo on this song, and he also talks about how he and Michael, his brother, listened to Devo in the 80s. Okay? Oh, my goodness, look at this. Jesus, Shaza, did you send me your whole Devo collection or what? Look at this cool import, Duty Now for the Future, 1979 LP. I'm trying to figure out what country it's from. I think it's Germany. I think it's a German pressing. German pressing. There's the, it's probably not focusing very well, but there are signs here of a German pressing. I think I see the GBMH thing or whatever it is. GmbH thing. Anyway, great German pressing. Holy crap, there's more. Look, I got another Bob Dobbs. Woohoo! All right. What is this? What the hell is this? Look, it's like a record with Boogie Boy's screen printed on it. And then on the back, I'll just read it to you. It says, Low Hanging Fruit Art Records, title Boogie Boy. Date made, March 2018. I guess it was just sold on Etsy. I've never seen one of these. And I wonder what record this is printed on. if it's actually a Devo record. Is it a Lorraine? Is it? I don't know. Is there an artist named Lorraine? Is it a Bocephus record? Is it Led Zeppelin? What is this printed on? I gotta try to figure it out. This is so cool. I've never seen this before. Those people on Etsy do the damnedest things. That is cool. What else is in here? Oh, yeah. Now, she told me she was sending me these too, and I totally forgot. Check this out. Oh. All right, check this out, guys. I get to sit down and show you this. And I know I'm falling behind on the chat. But dig this. These are scores by Mark Mothersbaugh. If you can see, there's his name there, Mark of Devo. These are actual scoring sheets that he used to do movies. Now, I think the cat discovered the box, if you can hear that. Wishing I knew then what I know now. Whoops. I clicked that by accident. Sorry, Dr. October. Let's see. This is for the six-sided keyboard presentation that he did at his art shows. That's what this is for. This is not movie scoring. This is scores for his six-sided keyboard performance. And there's several sheets of this stuff, as you can see. And that's pretty cool. That is really cool. Man, I don't have any of Mark's scoring sheets, so this is really cool to have. My God, Shazza, I never expected all that cool stuff. Thank you so much. Now I've got to work hard to add some of that to the devo-obsesso site and put it in the archives where it deserves a little home. Now, what did I miss? Sick Brain. It's 1 a.m. here. He has a black garlic beer in the fridge. I might have it before bed. Seems a good event as any. Yeah, come on. Let's do this. Let's have a little sippy sip here. I'm still blown away by that Devo package, Shazza. That's so cool. Let me scroll way down to the bottom of the chat. So Shazza says they were thrown out when Mark played Austin at his art opening. Oh, cool. Okay, great. I didn't know that. I didn't know he threw those out to the crowd. Of course I dig it, Shazza. I was so much more than I expected in there. I expected the signs and the scoring sheets, which would have been plenty and very much appreciated. But man, all that other stuff is so cool. That screen printed Etsy record is what a weird idea. People sell all kinds of stuff. It's so crazy. Peter Grace says, Sophia Swengel agreed. Much of my collection is imports and whoops bootlegs, which hooked better in my view. I wasn't thrilled with the Barcode album, so I got Science Boy. Oh, yeah. I like bootlegs in general. If I'm a really big fan of the band, like the Dickies or Zig Zig Sputnik or Devo, I try to get all the bootlegs. Sports shit is starting. All right, Dr. October, you're probably long gone, but peace, brother. We'll see you for a little while tomorrow night on Jason's Skills stream, and we love you. And thanks for staying up late with us. And thanks for giving me a little bit of your time before you have to go worship boys with balls and numbers and sports and stuff. I don't get it. Never got it. I guess I'm not a real man because I do not get it. So here we go. Now, we have a choice, or you have a choice, actually. Do you want to join me on screen for whatever reason? Because if you do, I'm going to put something in the chat, and you can click it, and then you can join me on screen, and we can talk about stuff. Let me do this. Let me do this real quick here. Here we go. Boom. All right, there we go. So anybody wants to join can come up. We can talk about stuff. We can make noise, whatever you want to do. But yeah, let me see if there's anybody in here that I have not said hello to. Let me see. Sophia, Jamie, Peter, Dr. October, Tecker Time, Lee Victor, Bagman, Shazza, Tecker Time, Eddie, Dr. October, same cast of characters. I'm not noticing anybody new yet. Sick Brain, Wayne's here, Lee Victor, Sophia. Okay, I think I'm actually caught up. Dead Wax. Okay, great. Yep. Okay, that's great. Now, I like the fact, thank you for the thumbs ups. And I know I say this more times than I probably need to, but participating like that in the stream, like giving a thumbs up or chatting in the chat or leaving a comment on the video after it's uploaded, all that stuff helps I say it all the time, but it helps make the YouTube algorithms purr. Like the algorithms, they like that interaction, and it just does positive things for my channel. It gets more views on my stuff. And oh, look, Meowser, did you get put a mouse down here? Come on up. Come on. There you go, booger. Hi. What do you need? Oh, shit. She wants something. What do you need, honey? Want to make an impression on the video? There you go. You did it. Don't knock my wine over. You can knock other stuff over, but not that. Okay. So now Meowser's here stomping around. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You're a good girl. She's a good girl. She's going to show you your butthole. Show everybody your butthole. That's what people do here. That's what people do here. It's okay. You want to try to get on the chair behind me? Look at her go. Look at her go. She's trying to fit behind me. There's Meowser's butthole. She really wants this chair back. Now watch. Watch as soon as I get up. Watch. Oh, I scared her with that. Here, you can have it if you want. No? 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 All right. Yeah, I scared her. I kicked the bottle of wine across the floor and it spooked her. But she would have taken that chair. She'll probably try to come up here and get it again. Okay, so we have the link in the chat in case anybody wants to pop up here. And also, let's see. I'm scrolling down, trying to catch up. Y'all talk. You talk too much. And then you never shut up. Look at this. Look how polite this is. I'll be back. I must depart temporarily. What is Sophia going to do? Can we all take a guess? We can all take a guess. Oh, look at the kitty. Yeah, that's Miss Meowser. I think that's who you were seeing. Probably Miss Meowser was who you were seeing. My cat was sitting on that box. Oh, okay, yeah. So they probably smell the cat on there. That's the deal, Shaza. What's your cat's name, Shaza? If you could type that in the chat, I would appreciate knowing your cat's name. Now, let's go back to this. Who enjoyed this? I know I only let you hear one song, but who enjoyed it? I thought it was great. The first song, actually, I was almost going to play it. It's called, oh, my fucking eyes. It's called something the Vipers. I can't read it. Maybe it's called Land of the Vipers. But anyway, it's about being in this band and not being able to play well, but still being in a band anyway. And I totally agree with that sentiment. I don't think you need to be able to play an instrument perfectly to be in a band and to release a CD like these guys did. And I just think you need the passion and the wherewithal and the dedication to do it. And you can do it. Anybody can do it. You don't even need to know how to take it from me. I've played really crappy guitar on many records and it worked fine. It worked fine. Did the job. Okay, now Shaza, Slim Jim Phantom of the Stray Cats. Wait a second. I can't remember what that was in reference to. Shaza, damn. I forgot. I don't even know if you were telling me that or if you're telling somebody else that. You know, sometimes I lose the track here. Michael Pilmer, what's your guess? Now, that's not my job, Tim. My job is to have you guys guess. That's the thing. Now, our friend Peter Graves is backstage, and we're going to have him up here in a second. Oh, that's right. That's a pretty long name for a cat. I bet you just call him Slim Jim. Maybe you call him Beef Stick every now and then, but Slim Jim Phantom of the Stray Cats. So every time you call your cat, do you go, "Hey, Slim Jim Phantom of the Stray Cats"? Do you say that every time? Because that'd be cool if you did. That's great, Shaza. Check the cathode ray. Hey, Tommy Welch. I don't know if I've seen you here before, Tommy. Welcome. And I will check the catheter ray. I don't have a catheter in right now, but we could very soon. Now, Peter Graves are you ready, my friend? Thumbs up if you are. Oh, he says, "Oh, what the hell? I guess I'm ready." Ready as I'll ever be. Okay, so we're going to bring Peter up here, and we're going to see what this motherfucker has to say. And hi, Tommy. Hey, Tommy, you have not. Well, Tommy Welch, let me tell you, you're welcome and to be here, and I hope you participate in our little music chat. We are music fans here, music nerds, and we're rock and rollers here is what we are. So welcome. All right, now I'm going to bring my friend up on the screen, Peter Graves. Here we go. Peter Graves.
Howdy.
Hey, you got a Devo shirt on.
Sort of.
How you doing today?
I'm all right. You know, first of all, I bought both of the records, so, but I still was curious. I put it up on the chat about people's feelings about the two different records on Record Store Day.
Record Store, the Devo releases. So you had the Devo record called Somewhere with Devo, and you had Jihad Jerry's record. Mine is Not a Holy War. So you were able to find both of them.
I got both of them. I got the Jihad. I had to get it from Amazon, but somebody sold it for retail. So I said, all right, well then I'll pay for it. So
now, what was retail there? Because out here,
I think is what they were selling it for. 25.
Okay, it was like $2 more here. Because I happened to be in a record store on Record Store Day because I was having lunch nearby, and I thought, oh, I'll just go by and see if they have the Devo. Yeah. And they did. They had a few copies of each. So I called a couple of friends of mine and said, hey, anybody need one of these? And I picked up a couple for people. But yeah, it was like $27.95 here. And then the Devo one was way cheaper, like $19.99.
Yeah, that's what I paid, $19.99 for Somewhere with Devo. But
yeah, the Jihad Jerry record did have a much more elaborate packaging, gatefold, really nice. And the Devo release, although I did convince them to spend 30 cents extra on the cover art to put a gloss on the DEVO letters. Like if you take the shrink wrap off the record, you'll notice that the DEVO is really glossy on the cover.
Right.
I did convince them to do that, but usually when they release stuff, it's pretty kind of low budget. You know, they don't want to put a bunch of effort into the packaging, but hey, we're just lucky that anything Devo is coming out these days, really.
Yeah, but as far as the songs and stuff go, I mean, I like the concert footage, and then the remix stuff was pretty good. I actually like a lot of the remixes that I'm hearing lately.
Now, when you say concert footage, you actually mean the recording of the medley.
Sorry,
the medley of. Now, see, here's the thing. I'll explain to everybody what this Devo release is if you don't know. It's a release that came out on Record Store Day called Somewhere with Devo. It's a full album. Basically, the first whole side, most of the first whole side is a medley that Devo performed live in the late 80s. And it's called Somewhere with Devo Suite. And basically, it was several Devo songs mixed with a couple other things that they performed. It was like a 12 or 15-minute song. And it was part of an album that had already been released called Now It Can Be Told. And it was a live 1988 or 89 show. And so it had already been released, but to take it out of context from that concert album and to put it alone on a record really made it stand out way more for me. Like it made me appreciate it a little more. Just hearing it on its own. And I do agree with you. Those remixes are pretty good. I'm not a really huge fan of a lot of remixes, but I thought they were refreshing because some of them were old songs. Some of them were Something for Everybody, later era songs. And it was cool. I dug it. I mean, anytime Devo releases anything these days, I'm just grateful. But I do enjoy listening to it.
Yeah, the freedom. I really like the freedom of choice. The two riffs that really stood out from that song. I forgot how great that was.
Oh, because the remix brought it to the front.
Yeah, right? Brought it to the front. Yeah, I forgot that.
Let me answer this question here, Pilmer. What would be the best outlet to get the Devo live EP? Probably eBay. Discogs. I mean, it's hard to find in the wild. It is hard to find. Typically, it's hard to find any used Devo in the wild for affordable prices. But I would say check eBay, check Discogs, and make sure you get yourself a real nice copy of it. Now, the cover, the photos that are on the cover of the Devo Live EP, if you'll notice, it's got kind of rows of live photographs from that era around 1980. And those were all by my dear friend, Lisa Casali, who went by the name Lisa Barillier, her maiden name on the record when she was credited for the photos. But she took those photos for that EP. Not many people know that Bob Casale's wife actually took the photos for the Devo Live EP.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great album. That one.
You know,
Yeah.
I was like 12 or 13 when that came out, and I remember that Devo Live EP was kind of the soundtrack to me having my first girlfriend. You know, like not first girlfriend where you're 5 and 6 years old and you have a girlfriend, but the first time you have intimate relations with a girl. It was like my first time, and that EP was the soundtrack. So every time I hear that EP, the Freedom of Choice theme song especially, it just brings back all these memories of me being taught how to kiss.
It's so funny. I can relate to that because for me, it's one of the In Excess records.
Really? Which one? Is it the Swing?
Yeah, I think that's the one. It's like the one. I forgot their hit.
Or is it one with "Don't Change" on it?
Yeah,
I love that song. Don't Change.
Every time I hear that, it's the same exact thing you just said. It's like, oh yeah, I remember her.
I know it was a great time, and it was a great time in life, and it was very exciting, but also kind of an awkward time in life.
So the Jerry album, which I listened to, and I'll listen to it again, but it didn't really sync with me. It's a lot. It's the original, right? But there's an extra song at the end. Is that all? That's really all it is?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then there's going to be a single, a 7-inch single, which has another song maybe that never got released. I can't remember the details, but yeah, that did you get the G.I. Jerry when it came out originally in 2006?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Oh, you did. So you know.
I think it was a bootleg LP too. That I swear I remember that because I worked in a record store, but I know there's a CD. So
yeah. But you've heard it before. Was this the first time?
Yeah. No, it wasn't the first time I heard it, and I wasn't, and that "I Need a Chick" song kind of resonated wrong with me, so I was just like, I don't know if it.
Oh, you don't like the rudeness of "I Need a Chick," huh?
Pretty raw.
I mean, you got to figure, but that was written in like the early 70s, and those guys at that point were, you got to figure how old they were. They were 20s, and they were going through whatever Kent State threw at them at the time.
Right.
And also just being oddballs in Ohio, they were already outsiders. Yeah. And then Kent State happened. And so what does that bring out of you? That probably brings out a lot of, piss and vinegar. It probably brings out a lot of like rebellion and deviance. And they wanted to make the most deviant, sexually graphic song that they could make and still make it a Devo song. It wasn't a sexually graphic Van Halen song or a sexually graphic whatever. It was a sexually graphic Devo song, and they did it in the way I think Devo needed to do it. It was just line after line. It was like basically what AC/DC or Van Halen says in the song, but it was just saying it very frankly.
Or Steel Panther,
It was like, oh, so here we go. Bagman says the new G.I. Jerry song's beat is fire. Yeah. And the fact that, Oingo Boingo guitarist is on it is, great. Oh, and here Lee Victor, Intimate Relations. That sounds like a good name for a band. It's probably already been taken. So, hey, Zepp Pearl is here. The Zeppelin fan. How are you, brother? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's always good to see you on these live streams, whether it be mine or Friday's Jason Skills. Hey, Ryan Anderson says, I just got the silica gel vinyl the other day. Do you feel like talking about it? Well, how did you get it, Ryan? Where did you get it from? That's really sweet of you to buy that. You must have paid $30 or something for that. That's crazy. Where did you find it? I'm just curious. Yeah, I don't mind talking about it. You can ask me anything you want about it. So but just be clear, when you type a question in the chat about the Silica Gel record, just make sure I know what you're asking about. And Zepp's doing good. Zepp, okay, so here's what I ask people every week. And since you weren't here earlier, I'll ask you now. We always try to get everybody to post in the chat something positive that happened to them since last Thursday. So all you got to do is type the word positive in the chat. And then after that, just type a little something good that happened to you over the last week. We love to do that. Nick Rudau is here. I still want to find a Devo album on vinyl. Nick, you have never found a Devo album on vinyl? I mean, it takes some looking, but if you're somebody that buys things online, and I'm not really that person, I don't really like to buy online a lot. I like to buy in the wild, but you can find them, dude. They're out there, and you know, depending on what kind of music you gravitate towards, I could recommend which Devo album to start with. You know, so you might want to give me your personal preferences as far as music goes, because Devo, you know, has a pretty wide spectrum of sounds from album to album. Wouldn't you agree, Peter?
I would very much so.
I mean, you can
spectrum. That blue dome back there, it's exactly like you described.
It's the bootleg thing.
Yeah, got the hole in it.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. Horrible. It's like
it's exactly the same. I mean, it's like,
well, of course it is. Because, now here's the story with that company. They actually approached us to do a licensing deal, right? Yeah. And we worked with them on getting everything set up, and nothing was signed. Nothing was signed because I wanted to make sure that the prototype was good. And the first prototype images or whatever they sent me, they weren't good. And I said, no, you got to go back and fix this and fix that. They did a yellow suit Halloween costume, and they just weren't doing things exactly to our specifications. So then all of a sudden I never heard from them again. And then they just ran with it. They just went with it. And they, even on the tag, it says officially licensed merchandise.
Yeah, it does.
It's not. They totally just ran with it and thought that, oh, maybe they won't mind, or maybe, but no, we took them to court.
Huh.
Yeah.
Officially licensed, Devo.
But like, do you think
it's an exact copy? I mean,
well, that's because I sent them one. I sent them an Energy Dome.
Yeah, but they had to make it.
Well, I know. So here's the thing. Why wouldn't they just do it right and sign the licensing deal and make us approve everything and then do it right with us? We could have both made a lot of money on that. Right. If they wouldn't have drilled a damn hole in the dome, that's so stupid.
I know. Gosh. But I was looking at it and like, this helmet I got, which I got in San Francisco, has a sticker that says,
"Yep,
made in the USA, Devo, Club Devo," or something like that.
That was made in North Carolina.
Okay, but this one, nothing.
No, I know. It's a bootleg. It's a totally, and I think they were actually made with the shiny side in and the dull side out. Some of them. Yeah. Some of them I saw were made backwards. They had the shiny side in. It's just, this is what companies do when they don't follow the damn rules, right?
I'll keep looking, because I mean, I was really pleased, but I realized something was off with it, and I said, "What is this hole?" That was the first thing I said too. I was like to myself, "What is this hole?"
Don't you think that I would have said the same thing? Like, why would you drill a hole in the damn dome just to put a tag on it? What?
Yeah, it's officially licensed. Yes.
All right, Zip Pearl. Oh, you got some late birthday cash. That's cool. Happy birthday. Happy late birthday to you, Zip Pearl. Zip Pearl just turned 22. He's been drinking legally for 1 year. He's actually 75. No, he's actually 3 years old. He just turned 3. All right, so Tecker Time just ordered the Devo Funko Pop Satisfaction. You know, those Funkos came out really well. They really did a good job on getting all the details correct. I sent them a lot of photos of that, what's called a Jofa helmet, that orange helmet that the Satisfaction figure is wearing. And they got it exactly right, from top, from side, from the bottom. Did a great job. And I just uploaded that video of me opening the huge box of Funkos they sent me, because I have to send them to the band and all that stuff. So, but yeah, they did a great job. I'm really pleased with both of them. And I thought Funko and Devo was a brand that needed to be paired up long ago. I thought it took way too long to make that happen. Did you get one of those, Peter? I never buy Funkos. I would never buy one, but
no, I didn't. When they were pre-ordered, they were discounted, and then but I don't know. I struggle with figurines and stuff. I mean, I have the Bob 2 one, but and then the Turkey one. I got those from devotionals. So
yeah. I'm not a toy collector per se, and I never got into the Japanese vinyl stuff, but I do have some of them, but it's only because I get them as samples or as gifts, most of them are samples from Funko or other companies that we were working with. Right. We did a figure back in man, I want to say it was like 2004, 2005, 2006, something like that. But we did a figure with a company that makes these little vinyl Japanese figures called Key figures, and it's QEE figures.
Yeah,
And it's the same. Like,
yeah.
Well, some of them are really small, like this. Some of them are
Right.
bigger. But we did a small one of a little guy in a yellow suit with a Boogie Boy mask on.
Uh-huh.
And that was one of the first toys I ever designed for the band. And that one looked great too. It really. Oh, now here we go. Bought the silica gel online from a New York City store. Wow. My stereo can barely handle it. How do you get interested in making your own album? Okay, well, here's the deal, Ryan. And I hope this doesn't bore anybody, but I'm going to tell you the quick story. So Silica Gel was an industrial found sound experimental band that I was in the early 90s. Mm-hmm. We put out a CD in 1993 called 50 Noisy Children Party. We only probably made 1,500 CDs, something like that. We may have made another pressing of 1,000 at some point, but I think we just stuck to about 1,500. Anyway, those went out to a few people who knew us from around here. We played a few shows. We were a fairly unknown band. We befriended the guys in Negative Land, and then they helped us distribute the remainder of our pressing. That got us a little more notoriety. We got some reviews in some cool magazines. I think Alternative Press maybe did a review, maybe Spin or something like that. So we had a certain little tiny fan base, and then that just died down and disappeared. And then nobody thought about Silica Gel for years until around 2014 or 15, somebody contacted me and said, hey, look, I love this Silica Gel CD. I kind of grew up listening to it. It's one of my favorites. And I'm at a point in my life now where I'm semi-retired or whatever, and I want to take some money and spend a record label, and I want your Silica Gel to be the first vinyl I produce. And I was like, wow, like really? Like, what are you talking about? He was like, we can do whatever you want. We can do a deluxe version with bonus tracks. We can do all this stuff. So we ended up doing a 2-album set, gatefold cover, lots of bonus tracks, live stuff, demos. And he let me do whatever I wanted with the graphics. And it was just, it was great. And we weren't actually the very first record because it took me so long to do the graphics and get all the music together that he released another experimental band's record first, and then we were right after that. But anyway, his record label, I think, folded pretty soon after those 2 releases. It was just kind of a thing he always wanted to do his whole life, right? So that magic thing happened in my life, and the only way I was paid for those records is just in records, basically. I basically got a few boxes of records. But I was happy with that it happened. And so that's how that came about, Ryan, is just dumb luck. Like somebody contacted me and said, I love that record. Can I release it on vinyl? And I said, oh, hell yes, you can. Because I want to own it on vinyl, basically. But thanks, Ryan, for supporting that little project. And I'm glad you like it. It's noisy, and it's got a lot of different sounds, a lot of lows, a lot of highs, a lot of screeches, a lot of shit going on there. You don't like do you like industrial music, Peter? Experimental stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I we tried that one time, but I was awful at it. With
making it actually, yeah. But do you actually listen to it? Do you have any industrial bands in your collection?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of got into it late. I mean, there was this one band, Violent Mushrooms or something like that, which I thought was pretty interesting. Or Vicious? No, that was their song, Vicious Delicious. But
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, and there's others out there. I can't. It's a genre I find interesting as long as it's something to listen to. And it doesn't leave me in the because usually there is some method to the industrial madness. So.
Well, yeah. When I first discovered it, a lot of it was called. Well, the more heavy end of it, like controlled bleeding and stuff, which was just brutal noise, was called difficult listening. It was kind of a genre of music. And then there was some stuff like Skinny Puppy and Severed Heads, which kind of had a little more beat and song structure, still noisy and pretty brutal in parts, but had song structure. Then you go to things like Front 242 and Nitzareb, which was really more disco and more of kind of this really repetitive, predictable beat. It was very predictable.
There was a record, you probably heard it, by a band called Trans X. It was Living on Video is the song. It was back in the late 70s, early 80s. And I really dug that. And it goes from kind of a disco-y kind of song, and then all of a sudden they just hit the noise hard.
Really?
And they totally blow out the distortion and everything. It's
Yeah.
really cool. I
Yeah.
really do that song. And so I have I have a couple of their records. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So
Now, Trans-X, when you say that, it brings to mind. I mean, I know the band. I've heard of them, and I think maybe I have like a 7-inch or something. I want to say I have something Trans-X in my collection, but I don't think it's a full album, and I don't think it's a CD. I think it might be. Did they release singles?
yeah, oh yeah, I had the promo, and maybe they made a single of it too, of "Living on Video," which was pretty much their hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know I've heard them, but I'm not that familiar. Okay, Ryan Anderson says, yeah, the makeup of the album is awesome. Really nice gatefold, like 400-gram vinyl. I'm glad I got it. Yeah, the guy who let me do that record is he was like an angel that swooped down in my life, because right around 2015, I was going through a very depressing time in my life. I think I was like 2 years. I was just out of it, depressed over a relationship or something. And so when he swooped down and said, I want to reissue this record, I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a second, this is not going to cost me anything. Like, I don't have to pay you to do this. You're just going to do it. And he was like, yeah, and you can do whatever you want on the graphics. And, we can make it a 2-record set and colored vinyl and all this stuff. And I was like, wow. I was like slapping myself. Is this real? So
cool.
That really brought me out of my funk for the most part, which was great.
Yeah.
But I'm just so tickled that Ryan Anderson went and bought that. That's really cool of you, Ryan. Very cool of you. Now, Peter, you were going to go to this. I'm trying to figure out this Jerry Casale thing that you were going to go to. Now, we don't want to talk shit about Jerry's wine.
I won't. No, I love his wine. I'm drinking it right now.
But, I mean, there was some kind of event that you were supposed to go to, and you were supposed to email saying that you wanted to RSVP, but you didn't email in time, and you didn't get chosen. I don't understand how all that works, but I think that's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer. So I'm not going to his house. That's the bummer. So he's cooking dinner for it's like 2 events, and the first one I couldn't go to because I'm going to the mountains on vacation. And and then there's the second one, which I was trying for. And, with the email, I just replied right away the day that it went out. And then I heard nothing. And then the next day I followed up and said, hey, what's the deal? Because I got to book flights and all this stuff. And then they said, oh, just let us know how many. And then by the time I replied back, he says, well, anyway, it had nothing to do with Jerry.
It was confusing. Yeah. Well, here's the thing we're talking about. For people who don't know, Jerry Casale of Devo has a wine company called 50 by 50. And he has these events, sometimes wine tastings. And during the pandemic, all these things were virtual, online kind of things. But now he's starting to have physical gatherings again. And I guess there was some kind of weird pool where you got sent an email, and if you replied in time, you got to go to the event or something like that. But Peter didn't make it, and I thought he had already made it when you told me you were going. And I'm really
I know. Cool.
If I had any pull, I would help you out, dude. I don't have any pull in that world.
Well, I'm going to go see the band in Hollywood Park, so that's going to be fun. And then I don't know, I can only guess, but I don't know who's going to be at the devotional, but I'll show up to that too. So there you go.
Oh, you'll meet some folks. I can't. So you've never been to the devotional, have you?
No. Yeah, we were there the last time, 2019.
Oh, you were there. Okay, that's right. Okay,
yeah.
Right. That's right. All right.
I didn't know you. I mean, I met you and I talked to you, and you were just some, weirdo.
Just some nerd.
And we chatted a little bit, and I at that point I don't think I knew you from this. I think I just knew you from devo-obsesso, and we chatted briefly. It wasn't any extraordinary because I was there with a friend, and then we spent both nights there, and then
all right. So look, this time when you make plans to go, make plans to be there on the Thursday before. Okay.
No, I know that much. I just don't know where to stay and all that. But you'll tell everything.
Well, yeah, Nick. I can't pronounce his fucking last name.
Yeah.
But Nick, who manages devotional, he is supposed to be getting us some hotel deals. Now it's just basically a Marriott and a Motel 6, basically, in the same area, so that the people who don't want to spend a lot of money stay at the Motel 6. Other people stay at the Marriott, and this is usually where we have the after party, but we may have the after party at a different room in the Motel 6 this year, so that not after party, the Thursday party. It's like the pre-devotional party is typically in my hotel room. But this year, I think what we're going to do is we're going to rent a special room just for the party, maybe at the Motel 6, and then maybe rent rooms on either side of it so we don't get noise complaints. And then after the party, I can go back and sleep at the Marriott with no stinky beer cans and stale ass liquor drinks laying around. I don't know if you know what it feels like to wake up in a hotel room full of, 50 people's drinks.
Yeah. I was just in Vegas with a bunch of guys for basketball. So yeah, I know.
I know. So after doing that years and years in a row, I finally said to Nick, hey, can we maybe have the party in a different room? And then that way, if we have it in the cheap hotel, we can rent 2 rooms on either side of it to keep the buffer of the noise, and we won't get it because every year we get noise complaints. So we're trying to avoid that this time. But you have to show up for that.
What was the band that sang that song? I'm an adult now, and it was just the lyrics were so perfect as far as
what was that?
It's not Puddle of Mud, was it? Or I don't know who it was.
Was it Faith No More?
No, it wasn't Faith No More.
I can almost hear it in my head. I'm an adult now, right?
Yeah. It's like, and they talk about Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness. Rebecca Kane's in the house. Rebecca, I haven't seen you. Oh, hold on. Is that?
But it's like it totally sums up. You get a little older. You can't stand you like the tunes, but you can't stand the racket. It's like boom.
Yeah, I remember that very vaguely. But Rebecca Kane is another North Carolina friend of mine.
Oh.
And she knows Pursuit of Happiness. Hello, Rebecca. Good to see you. So yeah, she was at one of the last parties out at my house. Yeah. Oh, so it'll be the same hotel this year? I think so, Lee. I just have to get confirmation from Nick. I'm pretty sure it's the same Marriott and the same Motel 6. So
yeah, that's an interesting area because there really isn't any hotels super close to the Beachland Ballroom.
It's always been a real booger situation too, because I would love to find a hotel that's walking distance from the event, but it's just there's nothing in that area of Cleveland, where we have the event. And the other thing is that these hotels, the Marriott and the Motel 6, are kind of small hotels. So when we want to get a block of rooms for our event, they're only able to give us like 5 or 10 rooms. It's not a whole bunch of discounted rooms. So most of those rooms end up going to the special guests that we have to fly in, right?
Yeah.
So it's whatever, but they're cheap hotels anyway. It's not that big a deal.
What's the why? Yeah, I'm curious now because this Cleveland scene I'm not too big on, but why the Beachland Ballroom? What was the draw there?
I'll tell you why. Because the Beachland Ballroom is an amazing, perfect situation for devotional. Okay, dig this. So the Beachland Ballroom is actually the Beachland Ballroom, which is like the big stage, big room. And then there's the Beachland Tavern, which is attached to it, which is basically a little bar, little stage scenario. Then also you have a full restaurant at the Beachland. You have full service all day, all night, food, drinks. They also give us the space for a really great affordable price. They have a sound man we can hire if we need, or we can bring our own sound man in. They provide all the sound system. They provide all the tables that we use for merchandise and guests to sell their stuff. They're just great. And they actually started right around the time Devotional started. They had their 20-year anniversary right around the time we did. So to find another venue anywhere in the U.S. who's going to offer us 2 different size venues on 2 different nights, full food service. It's just there'd be no way we'd be able to afford that. Like people always say, why don't you have the Devotional in L.A.? Well, because we'd end up having it in a little tiny shitty bar in LA. Nobody would show up because there's so much going on in LA, and it would be a waste, right? If you have in Ohio, people come there and they do that one thing the whole weekend for the most part. I mean, sometimes people go out and do their little adventures in Ohio, but for the most part, there's not a whole lot taking you away from that event, right? And so anyway, it just works out. It just works out, and we.
Yeah, no, I mean, plus, you think Devo, Ohio, it kind of, there is something there too, plus the Akron connection. So,
yeah. When we were deciding where to do devotional way back in the day, the first thing we thought was, well, we have to do it in Akron, and we did do it in Akron the first few years at the Lime Spider, a little tiny club, And we thought, well, it's going to be good to do it in Akron because then when we're not at the devotional event, we could be rooting around to all these, historical places in Devo's history, right? Which was a good idea, but finding the Beachland in Cleveland just gave us so much more space. Again, food served all day. It was just a beautiful combination there.
Good deal. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I really am. So, and I know it's going to be in November. So that was the other thing that was tricky about the party, the wine thing, was that they gave us less than a month notice. 2 weeks, a month. So it's like, you're just jumping. Yeah.
I guess they just figured everybody would be coming from California, then nobody would actually fly there. Yeah. And maybe they already had, maybe Jerry had already handpicked all the beautiful people he wanted to be there.
Or the host. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing.
It's like Jerry said, okay, here's 20 people I want to come. And they were like, oh, okay, I guess this is full.
Yeah.
Who knows what happened, but yeah, you will.
I'm okay.
I mean, I think I can tell you people that Jerry Casale will be at the devotional. I think that's pretty much set in stone. But he's the guy that mostly comes to devotionals every year anyway, so he's good for that.
He really likes the inner engagement and everything like that.
Well, yeah, Devo's his heart. He loves getting accolades for that, and he deserves it.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to hog all your time here.
What'd you say?
I don't want to hog all your time here. So.
Well, I'm not doing anything. I'll put the link out there if anybody wants to join us. But I'm done with my list. Wait, hold on. See, here's the list I had written out on junk mail. See the junk mail? I write my list on it all the time of what I have to talk about, and I've already talked about it all. So all I'm doing now is drinking the last of my wine, hanging out with Super Chat Charlie, and Peter Graves.
I got this much left. So
well, show the label. Now this is Jerry Casale's wine. Let me make you big. Hold on. Let me make you big. This is Jerry Casale of Devo's wine label, the 50 by 50.
50 by 50. He does braille on it, which is cool.
Yeah. And
the other thing I really thought was cool about what he does with his wine is he puts some of the science in making wine in there. He tells you not the type of grape, the way he makes it. And then some of the super technical stuff, like, the bricks, which is how sweet the wine is going to be and stuff like that, or potentially sweet and stuff, and how he makes it and stuff. It's really, really interesting. There's just, I don't know, even my camera, I don't think can pick up all that detail, but it's really cool. And he makes two kinds of wine. He makes, here it is. All this information here, the harvest date. And I'm boring everybody with the wine here. Sorry. So total acidity, pH and everything.
That's cool.
But, it's just kind of cool. He really got into it, and it's neat. So he makes two. He makes rosé, and then he makes the Pinot Noir, which is the redder wine, and that's a hybrid. The 50 by 50 is the two different types of grapes that he uses, and he still does it to this day. So. He gets good ratings on this wine. It's very reasonably priced for this type of stuff. So
now here's something interesting. Ryan Anderson says, throw a party at my house, West Side, Cleveland. Now, Ryan, I fully expect you to be at Devotional. And although we will not ruin your house with a party, I do expect you to be at our party Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Peter, now, if you go to Devotional, will you actually do the 5K?
Yeah.
All right, great. Now you have to be really dedicated, because let me tell you, starting Thursday night all the way through Sunday, it's a nonstop party with not much sleep. So don't go to Devotional weekend thinking you're going to get any kind of sleep that you usually get, because it's not going to happen. You're up late at night, and then you're up early in the morning every fucking day. So
well, I don't have this rock star. I mean, I saw that I Am Thor video, and
you saw the movie? That's right. Yeah.
I bought the DVD, and it was like, first of all, did you dye your hair?
I used to dye my hair all the time. Green, pink, purple. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Mike. You sounded the same. My wife's looking at you, going, "I think I know who that is."
It was a long time ago. Most of that footage was filmed in 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
Was that in your house?
You know, it's funny how he just showed up at your house and all that stuff. So
Well, he didn't just show up. We were friends. I mean,
right.
it was all
Well,
planned.
that's the way the movie set it, because it's like they were in a hotel room in, I don't know where, New York or Canada or something, and then he ditched them and he ends up at your place. It's like, what the heck happened?
No, he didn't ditch them. I think what happened was there was a bunch of footage from different tours that got kind of edited together. So it wasn't quite realistic as far as timeline. But basically, I convinced him to go on tour again for the first time in years. And when we were on this coast, we stopped by my house so that, he could do laundry. We didn't have to spend money on a hotel. We all just kind of crashed here and kind of recharged and, washed Thor's underwear here in my house.
Well, but yeah, that's where the quote unquote ass boys started, right?
That tour. Yeah, that tour. It was,
okay,
it was the farty hotel rooms that I experienced with some of those band members. And I started calling them ass boys because every time I walked in the hotel room, I was like, God, Jesus, you guys, holy shit. Yeah. So they became the ass boys. And then we named a band after him for some reason. I don't know what we were thinking, but
so that was his punk phase, as I think it was.
Well, he's into punk. Thor's a punk rock fan. He loved the Ramones and the Sex Pistols and that stuff when it was coming out. And he loves glam and he loves like Judas Priest and he loves the Beatles. He's a music fan. So when I approached him, he was visiting North Carolina in the 90s and he was doing some Thor shows. And I said, hey, what if we wrote some punk rock songs? I can get some people to play it. And he was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So we sat on a couch right down here, downstairs. I think the couch was over here at the time. I want to say it was 95 or 6 or something. And then we wrote some songs right down here. Maybe it was as late as 98. But we wrote like 4 or 5 punk rock songs. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we would take elements of some old songs that he had written, like old riffs that never got released, or
the music was solid. I liked it. Yeah,
bits of old Thor songs. But we just sat on my couch and we wrote these lyrics together, and we were laughing and laughing, about shit the pants or exploding head or all these dumb songs. And it was just so fun to sit down with him and just write these funny lyrics. And then we took him to a practice space and got my friends to all learn. We all learned them, and we were just going to do one party, and that was going to be the extent of Thor and the Ass Boys. But then somebody said we should record the stuff in the studio, and we did. And then somebody wanted to put out a 7-inch, and so it just got out of hand. Basically, it was never supposed to be anything except for one show.
You playing the broom, whatever. And it wasn't a regular broom; it was one of those push brooms.
Oh no, that was on the the TV show, right?
Yeah,
that was on the. I can't remember the name of the damn TV show.
Top of the Pops? No,
it was the guy, the host, the comedian from Jersey.
Oh,
come on, the. I can't believe I can't think of it. I can't think of his name, but it's a really popular kind of kids/adult show. It looks like a kid's show, but it's really aimed towards adults. And this guy was doing the show way back when the Ramones were kicking early in the day. He had the Ramones on as special guest. He had Thor on as a special guest back in 77, 78 or 84 or whatever it was. Way back in the day.
He was on Merv Griffin, but that wasn't Merv Griffin, was it?
What's his damn name? Yeah. Oh, it's driving me crazy.
And you were there.
Somebody out there knows it. It was a guy from New Jersey who had a fake kids show who had a bunch of damn special guests. But anyway, in 1998, while we were touring, his show was still going and it had been going for decades. And it just happened to be that we were one of the last, we were on one of the last shows. God, I can't think of his name. Oh, it's driving me crazy, man. It's on the tip of my brain. You know how that is? It's like, I can almost think of it. But somebody's going to know it because he was very popular and very well known. Somebody's going to post it in the chat. Now, Wax Ecstatic, who has played with Thor as a bass player, says, next time you talk to Thor, tell him I want my... Wait, you let him borrow a shirt? Oh, that's long gone. David Miller's here and he says Gabba Gabba. No, it wasn't Yo Gabba Gabba. Uncle Floyd.
Uncle Floyd.
It was
Yeah.
Uncle Floyd. Anybody who wants to Google Uncle Floyd, his show was amazing. He had some of the greatest bands and kind of childlike presentation of the show, but very much adult humor.
Right.
And yeah, so Uncle Floyd. And I was actually on the Uncle Floyd show playing a broom because here's what happened. We were on tour. We got this offer to do the Uncle Floyd show, but the guitar player at that time in Thor's band, he was kind of a rock star. He thought he was a rock star kind of guy. He was kind of one of those guys, you know, like, hey, I'm the guitar player. Look at me. And he thought the Uncle Floyd show was not cool. He didn't want to go on it. He thought it was dumb. So I said, look, I'll be the guitar player, but I'll play a fucking broom. How about that? So we did that, and that became a big hit. That became like the thing that people remember about that Thor appearance was the guy with green hair playing the broom. But, you know, if the guitar player wasn't going to show up, I was going to take his place. That's for sure.
Yeah, it held my attention the whole 83 minutes or whatever. It was a good movie.
Now, who are you going to? You said you were going to send that to somebody. Who was it?
Is it Dead Wax 66 or something like that? We were on a video chat the other day, and
maybe that was it. Maybe he said, I don't know much about Thor. I've heard you guys talking about him.
I'll send you a note or something because I like to get his info. So
now, look, if Dead Wax says it's okay, I've got his address. I'll give it to you. You just let me know if I'm sure he'll say it's okay, but you can send it to him.
Okay,
he'll dig it.
Cool.
But let's see how many people are watching right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not on YouTube.
I'm seeing 21. That's a good age. 21 and 25 likes. You can't complain about that, especially when we're really not doing anything interesting.
That's for sure.
Look, you know, we're just spending Thursday with our friends. Hey, sure. Hey, Dead Wax says sure. So, okay, Peter, I'll send you Dead Wax's address. You can get him that Thor DVD.
All right.
And he'll probably become a huge Thor fan and collector after that. And he'll probably be in the next Thor movie with us. I'm sure Dead Wax will follow Thor on tour eventually. But yeah, he'll get a kick out of it. And Vinyl Richie liked it, so that's saying something. Vinyl Richie doesn't like anything usually.
I haven't heard his comments on the Jerry record store record yet.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think he liked it because he didn't bring that up in his record store day video. I can only assume he didn't like it and didn't want to tell me he didn't like it.
Well, and that's the thing I learned, I had this conversation with a friend where, you know, I get the position I forget the position you're in because, you know, you're there for the band, promoting the band and stuff like that. So if somebody states their opinion, which, you know, we all have, including myself, about something that's negative about what you're trying to pitch, you're just going to keep your mouth shut.
Well, it's not that. It's not that. It's just that. I mean, everybody has their opinion, right? And who am I to argue with somebody's opinion about it? It's not really. I'm going to tell them what I think, but you know, people have opinions. I'm not going to. Arguing about opinions is a waste of time for me.
Yeah, right, exactly. But it's like I had a friend. He made an innocent comment on social media about his gym not being open on Tuesday. And it got a ton of traction from everybody else that went to that gym. The next thing you know, the guy who owns the gym says, everybody thinks I'm a jerk. It's like, oh.
Well, he is a jerk. Why isn't he open on Tuesday? What's up?
Why is he open on Tuesday? It's like, so it's the same thing. I realize now, man, I should just, these are best for hotel rooms kind of conversations,
Well, it is weird that he doesn't open on Tuesday. It's like there's some record stores or thrift stores that aren't open on Mondays. It's like, come on. Yeah. Why do you want to pick Monday to be closed? Just pick Sunday like everybody else. Like, make it easy for us, Because now there's so many stores that, well, especially during the pandemic, there were so many thrift stores that were closed on Monday for some reason that Monday became the day I didn't ever thrift anymore, which sucked. But now they're starting to open up again. Everything's fine. But man, I've been finding some great stuff thrifting. I found there's this Christian singer named Carman, Carman, very popular Christian rock / pop musician, singer, artist, whatever. And I happened to find all these Carman records at a thrift store the other day. just happened to look them up because they were nice. They were in the shrink wrap, and I thought, oh, well, I'll look them up, see if they're worth anything. Dude, these things are worth 20 or 30 bucks each. I couldn't believe it. And his CDs even sell for really good money. So I'm like, all right, some more Christian rock I got to sell. I have a really good luck with finding Christian music that sells for good money.
Well, people are going to get the wrong idea about you, Michael.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I live for that. I love people to get the wrong idea.
I did like that story, but you almost got you almost got into big trouble with the that guy in the parking lot with the Jesus.
Oh no, I wouldn't say it was big. He would have never been big trouble to me. He was about a foot shorter than me, and he was way more drunk than me. So that would have been easy to handle right there. Because not only I'm not a fighter, but I can run pretty quick from somebody who's drunk and short, and I could just push them over, and he would have been done. Or I could have said, "Power of Satan compels you," and he would have been like, "Ah!" and he would just run away. I could have done something easy. I could have just said 666 over and over again, and he would have run away.
Yeah.
So it was easy to deal with him. But I really wanted to be his buddy, and he kept that card.
There you go.
Even though he was shocked and offended and didn't know what to think of it, he didn't give it back. So his life has probably changed. He's probably been fighting. He's probably lost his religion that night. When he woke up the next morning, he was probably questioning everything he ever believed.
And I'm not going to bore everybody with my story, but yours about, when you decided this whole thing was why believe in things that make it tougher on you kind of moment. I had the exact same story. It's a little different, but and I remember all the players.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was like I was a devout Catholic when I was a kid. I went to Catholic school. I said my prayers every night. I went to communion. I really believed in it, right? And when I would watch the news at night, even when I was a kid, if somebody was in a car accident or there was a huge building collapse, I don't know if you guys heard about that, whatever would happen, I would pray for those people at night before I went to bed. I would kneel next to my bed, just like I was taught, right? And then one day, I don't know, or maybe it was over a period of days, but there was a certain point in my life when I was about 12 years old that I thought, you know what? I don't trust this. And I find that I trust rock and roll a lot more. And I find that it gives me more happiness and it makes me feel powerful or whatever you want to say. But I got everything that people say they get from religion. I got that from rock and roll. So I thought, okay, I've found my religion. I get it now. Religion doesn't mean one religion. Religion means whatever it means to you, right? You can be spiritual with rock and roll, just like you can be with sports or Jesus or whatever. Yeah. You got to pick your own vices, You got to pick your own vices. Oh, look, Lee has a great comment here. Go into doggy submission. Wash your hands 3 times a day. Always use what your mom and dad say. Brush your teeth the following way. Wash your hands 3 times a day. That's Devo lyrics for everybody who doesn't know.
Yes. Yeah.
I can relate, says Rebecca Kane can relate. Now, Rebecca Kane has a very interesting story with religion. And Rebecca, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but when Rebecca was growing up, she was not allowed to listen to secular music at all. So she didn't really discover rock and roll, I want to say, until she was in her 20s. Or something like that. So she got a very late start, but when she discovered that real rock and roll, she was a fan. And I hope I'm speaking correctly, Rebecca. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the story. But what an interesting story. Like, to be forbidden to hear even any kind of secular music when you were a kid. I don't know what that would have done to me. I probably would have been a serial killer or something.
There was, my transformation happened a little later than yours, but I remember this isn't the moment where I switched, but it was before that. Pretty much I knew what was going to happen, but I went to a church camp, one of those retreats up in the mountains and stuff like that. And I brought Are We Not Men with me, and I had brought a little blaster with me to play it on, and so we were listening to that tape and other tapes like Van Halen and everything. And so then we were all supposed to leave to go to a church, what do they call it? We're a gathering where they talk about stuff and stuff like that. And my buddy and I and two ladies or girls or whatever at the time, because we were kids, we said, we're ditching this. And we went hiking in the woods. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, well, that makes total
And
sense.
then we showed up late, to the service. It was so funny.
And Lee Victor says she got kicked out of Sunday school for asking too many questions.
Yeah,
That's how I was too. I didn't understand the whole confessional thing, but ditching church or religion wasn't like, for me, it wasn't like, oh, I'd rather go swimming or do something else. For me, it was like, really, I was really trying to figure it out in my head. Like, okay, so I was a Catholic and I really believed it and I followed all the rules. And then I just realized, wait a second, I think I'm being hoodwinked here. It was just a little bit of like, it wasn't like, oh, I'd rather go play baseball than be at church. I was like, I've been trying to play along with this game and I'm getting a weird vibe. The real God in my life was telling me, you watch out, you're not going down the right path. So it happens. And now look, so Rebecca says, true. I found Led Zeppelin when I was 23. That's the first time she heard that kind of music. Can you believe it? By the time I was 23, I'd already been in 3 bands. I knew I was going to hell on purpose. So anyway, but look, I think we should shut it down. I've got no more wine. More wine, but I've loved hanging out with all of you guys. Lee, Rebecca, everybody, Dead Wax, David, Waxy, Shaza, all these people that showed up today. Tim, of course, my moderator, and you, Peter Graves, for joining me on screen and talking about our nerdy lives.
I do like the look now, the downstairs look. We got to do something about that cat, though.
What about him?
Well, he's hogging your chair.
No, that's a girl, and she can hog. It's not hogging the chair; it's her chair. I just get to sit there. Everything here is theirs.
All right.
I don't know if you understand my religion, but everything here is theirs.
I don't have a cat anymore. So.
Yeah, so you have no God in your life.
Bob is my co-pilot. Yeah,
that's great. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say goodbye to you on the screen.
All right. Cheers.
And then I'm going to play another song off this to lead us out of here because this is great stuff. All right. So Peter, salute.
Later.
We'll see you next time. Thank you, brother. Okay, so everybody, we are going to play more of this great band, the Colonial Vipers, with one of my friends in the band from YouTube, and I'm not going to say which one he is, but you can maybe guess who some guy is there. And let's play another track. I'm just going to play track number 3, which is called, I can't fucking read it. Wait a second. If I got my flashlight on my phone and lit this up a little bit, I could see it. Hold on a second. I'm old. Give me a break. Okay. Oh, third song is called Bong. Very appropriate. Okay, so here we go. Turn my flashlight off. Please, flashlight, turn off. Okay. Now, coming up next is the song Bong by Colonial Vipers. So hang tight. Don't ditch the stream yet. Just listen to this for a second. I'll be right back. Here we go. Bong by Colonial Vipers. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah! All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. May the rock and roll gods bless you as they've blessed me. We'll see you next Thursday, and I'll have more video footage coming for you soon. Great things I'm going to open on video. And anyway, we love you. Thank you all. See you next time. Here we go.